Hey guys, it's your boy BMOnus, and thank you so much. You guys absolutely smashed it on the first episode of Parma Death, the career mode, with over 700 views and almost 100 likes. It is just incredible the support that you guys are showing for this series, and I'm a man of the people, and I know what you want, and I know what you probably don't want. That is Serie B football. I doubt a lot of you guys want me to be in Serie B for all too long, so we're going to be doing an accelerated career mode, much like Luton Town, and we're going to be flying through the Serie B, hopefully getting back up to the Serie A and getting you against those big ones. I want my shot in the ring up against those big boys: Juventus, AC Milan, Inter Milan, Napoli. I want to go up all against the big boys, although AC Milan not all that great, but you know, Juventus is good. Juventus is pretty good. AS Roma, before they started struggling. It is going to be an interesting league. I know very little about the Italian league. If I'm going to be admit about myself, I am just a plucky Yank from here in Hollywood trying to get a nut. I don't know what I'm even talking about anymore, but let's get into the games as we try to make it into the January window. Don BMOnus, thou art the owner of Parma. Hallowed be thy name, and let us go into this game. And here we go, our first match up against Modena, and it would be Modena who get the beautiful through pass, splitting us just wide open, and Meret cannot make himself big enough to stop that shot, but we would somehow try to get something back right here. Machero cutting it off and putting it into Likun, who gives it right back to Machero. The little pretty 1-2, and we are all tied up at 1 apiece here. I want to say the San Siro, it sounds more prestigious, but alas, we are not playing there. As Kapari getting in, can he give us a winner? It is possibly not a winner because it is the 22nd minute. Man, that was an eventful first half, and guys, can we possibly get it out? No, we give up a corner in the 91st minute. No. What a devastating way to drop 2 points right there. We had it all in the bag, and a last second gas right there. Maybe it was Verdonk, our only 5'9" center back who could not rise to that occasion. They only had 2 shots on target and got 2 into the back of the net, and then we had to somehow fight our way back from that. Varela right there, the Portuguese man, getting ourselves a winner. And guys, we breezing past this opening to the first season, and a lot of things were apparent in Serie B, and a lot of things kind of surprised me while I was playing in Serie B. One of those things was the level of composition. I mean, we did transfer in a lot of different players, but there are a lot of holdover, just like Bafuti right here. He's the main striker, our 22-year-old. He was kind of good all around, but he's the first striker I've ever played with that didn't really have a lot of pace, and you guys know me, I love me some pace, and it just really wasn't working for me with Belfuti. And then another thing that was very apparent is that our goalie, Alex Meret, kind of sucks. He's got a potential of 80, but he's nowhere near 80 right now. He's only 65, and that's after a couple points of growth, and he is just going to let in some absolute shockers like this one right here. Once again, an own goal by Alex Meret. He has let in all 3 goals, have been relatively soft, and this one, he was just like, I think I'll just put this one in myself, and unfortunately, going off the back of his heel, that's actually an impressive finish by any standard, and he's going to get an own goal on that, but unfortunately, we are able to salvage it by Otamendi. Some of our new signings have been doing pretty well, some of them not so much, but I thought that the holdover talent that we had from Parma is a Serie A team, would be able to carry us, just basically waltz through the Serie B, and we would just find ourselves, you know, atop of the table right away and just stay there until the end. And that was not the case, guys. I mean, you're seeing a little bit of pretty football. I mean, this is great, just 1-2 passing. And that's another thing, playing the Italian league, I feel a little bit more artistic with the passing. I kind of want to do a little bit, you know, the 1-2, a little bit playing a little bit more of the beautiful game. And where was that defender going? Get that man a map, as Chris Smoot would like to say. As another striker that I brought in, that young Italian guy right there, Peregrini. I'm debating if I should play him more than Belfuti, because he's a little bit more pacey, and that's the kind of play that I like. And look at this! I mean, what a wonder strike, but what was Meret doing? What was he doing there? I mean, all credit to him. Look at how beautiful this is. Oh, first time off the volley, and then Meret was like, well, I can't be bothered. Like, he was like, what do you want me to do? It was too pretty. Not let it go in. Oh, just incredible. But unfortunately, we find ourselves down in the 62nd minute. I was giving a lot of free kicks to Verdonk early on. You're not going to see them because there are a bunch of misses. But then I found out, wait, I have this amazing, he has 88 free kick accuracy. So I'm going to give it to the old man Lodi. And boom, baby. Woo! I did not know I had this weapon on my team. 88 free kick accuracy. I looked it up. Only him and Pierlo are the only two free kicked specialists in the Serie A, so I didn't even know I had a fucking like drone strike specialist on my team. And look, that is just an immaculate free kick right there as we go into this game. And there we go, Cataldi. There wasn't any like real big standout on our teams. I mean, Lodi is a great little like free kick specialist, but nobody's really doing anything. But Nociano, look at this right there, guys. That is just giving the old man got tricks. That old man got tricks. Do you guys, I don't know if you guys probably don't even play basketball, but in America, old people, there's some old dudes that we play basketball in the gym, and they're not quite as fast, but they've got them skills, and we call them, they got old man game. And right there, Nociano, he's got old man game. But there we go, Catali's got young man game, and that is a young man shot, as that is a, wow, just a blister from outside of the box right there, netting himself a brace. And as I was saying, no real stands on this team. It was more of a team effort, just people were playing every once in a while, popping up, getting goals. Bowser right there, the big bad Bowser, getting a goal every once in a while. Nociano popping up, Catali popping up. No real go-to guy, which is a little bit weird. In almost all my career ones, I always had that one player that when times were going tough, I could just feed Royce the ball, feed Ibarbo the ball, you know, like feed Devontae Cole that ball. And in this team, I never really felt it.
I'm a god.
Verdonkulus right there, our 5'9" center back, Verdonk. I was trying to lay it off to our central attacking midfielder, and Verdonk coming all the way up from his center back spot. That is a center back with a world-class strike right there, and that is why I am going to be using him more and more often. And there we go, Paragrini with a little bit of a dinker in the 90th minute, adding to his score total. I like him a little bit better than Belfudi. As you can see, Belfudi not really getting onto that, but earning ourselves a free kick. And if I'm getting a free kick, you know what I'm going to be doing right here. Give that man a yellow card. Give it to him, yeah. But at 37 yards out, I was going to go ahead. Lodi was on the bench, so I was like, I'm going to bring him in. I'm going to take my chances in this 0-0 game up against Latina. And this is going to be a tight angle. But I thought, you know, he's got one of the better free kicks in the game! Oh my goodness! The best free kick I've ever done. And guys, when you look at the replay, it's the angle that makes it even more impressive. The keeper just left hopeless, helpless, just stranded in his spot. He was like, no way this kid is going for the near post. But the 30-year-old, oh, almost perfect angle right there. And guys, it does not get much better than that. Oh man, I could just sit here. I think the next, I'll just watch this replay. I'm just going to comment over this replay for the next 10 minutes, and that'll be the rest of the episode. And I would just be as pleased with myself. Whoo, Lodi, he is unfortunately on loan to this Parma team, but I might have to bring him back because I was like, oh, if we do lose him at the end of the season, you know, like maybe we'll just bring in another free kick specialist. But it's only him and Pierlo that are in the Serie A, so maybe a guy that I might be willing to play back. Now, we are going to be simming a couple of these games right here. But this is the big one, guys, up against Bologna. As you can see, we sit atop the league, tied with Bologna and Perugia. This is going to be the big match. This is going to be the one. The Liverpool versus Manchester. The Parma versus Bologna ends in 0-0. That was a little bit anticlimactic, I admit. But yeah, pretty much that was the most boring game of the season. And once again, our backline is suspect. I do not know what Verdonk was doing. As he's just like, I'm going to push up against him. He's going to score. I'm going to run out of frame now. But we do lose in that game. So our form was dipping up and down. We were actually doing better. Maybe I should have just simmed more games because we seem to be doing just as good, if not better than that. But now I'm going to really be hyping it up. Parma versus Perugia. And this time we are down by 3 points going up against league leaders Perugia. And there will be a goal scored in this game because the man, the myth, the legend, the big bad Bowser is getting onto the board again for the second time this season, and in the second time this year in FIFA 15. I am just enjoying life with the big bad Bowser on my team, as we see right there Otamendi being freed by a beautiful through pass, and can he finish? Yes, he does, opting to just go straight and toe poking it in. A difficult shot, but he is able to manage it, and we are able to take the lead, and that would give us the league atop of the Serie B. And as you can see, it wasn't a cakewalk, guys. It definitely wasn't, although we are simming these games up against the lower tier players, lower tier teams in the Serie B. It was, we weren't just gonna walk through this series, definitely not. But whoo, that was definitely not a cakewalk at all. I know I was giving Meret a lot of shit for a lot of soft goals, but look at our defenders comical running into each other. And Meret, that one, you're kind of shit, but that one isn't your fault. To add injury to insult, literally, we lose Otamendi to a knee injury right here. And look at that, his knee just getting tangled up as they fall to the ground, and that is going to be looking nasty. Hopefully no ligaments are torn, but we had to continue on to this game. Already down one. Can Villar be a hero? And oh my god, Kapari getting his booty out of the way, please, because we got things to do. And there we go. Speaking of things to do, we got Varela onto the ball, who passes it over to Perugini. Does he see anything? He's laying it off for Chukwamare. I can't even say his name. Chuma, this is what I'm gonna say, and he is praying to the gods. Dun, 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 dun. So we're able to tie it up, and that would be it, boys. That would be it for the first half of the season. As you can see, we sit precociously on top of the Serie B table, but we are into the January transfer window, and I got some transfer targets. We need a go-to guy, I feel, at striker. Perugini is nice and quick, but isn't clinical enough, and Bofuti, while big, tall, and strong and young, just really isn't working for me. So if you want, and specifically, I want to target either Italian players or players in the Serie A. If you got a good young striker for me to sign, he doesn't actually have to be young, but you got a good striker for me to sign, I am all ears for the recommendations. As for our goalie and our other positions, I think we're doing okay. We might have to move on and sell a couple of our central midfielders, because I'm still applying those rules of everyone that was originally on the team, I'm giving an opportunity to lead the team, so we're gonna have to bring in some better central defensive midfielders to center mids. So if you guys have any recommendations for those guys or any other position, go ahead and lay it down in the comments. I am all ears, and thank you guys. Remember, if you are enjoying this series, just smash that like button. And I got a new career mode update coming out for you tomorrow as usual. And until next time, guys, remember, stay humble.